They banned me from planting corn near the boundary fence, so I made them expose their fake soil study and erase the entire restriction. I run a 38-acre family farm at the edge of a rural HOA outside Walla Walla, Washington. My grandfather plowed those same rows with a rust-red Ford tractor that still sits under the pole barn roof. Before the new rule, the land ran smooth. Alfalfa on one end, corn on the other, and a strip of sunflowers by the shared fence that every kid in the valley took pictures beside. Then one morning, a white envelope stamped Notice of Land Use Guideline landed in my mailbox. They claimed new soil preservation zones prohibited certain crops within 35 feet of shared boundaries. The map looked like a child's coloring book, thick red lines only along my north field, the one bordering a parcel owned by the HOA vice chair, a man named Raymond, who'd been talking about building luxury agri-cabins for months. I drove the fence line at sunrise, mud on my boots, and noticed every other farmer still planting the same corn right to the edge. That's when the smell of something rotten wasn't from the compost. At the next meeting, I asked, "Where's the consultant's report?" Raymond smiled like a politician and said, "Confidential professional advice." The room went quiet. I filed an official records request under the Washington Nonprofit Corporations Act, Section 24.03A.215, which gives members access to HOA documents. 10 days later, a thumb drive arrived. Inside were 3 files: consultant, invoice.pdf, soil study.docx, and restriction map JPG. The study was a 2-page Word document with no signature, no lab data, and a half-finished sentence about potential dust drift. The map's metadata showed manual edits dated 3 days after Raymond's development proposal. I printed everything and called my neighbors, 5 farmers, all furious. We met at my barn, papers spread across a hay bale. "They drew this by hand," I said, tapping the red zone, "for his project." We compiled a joint petition, attached the evidence, and submitted it to the County Agricultural Advisory Board. 2 weeks later, the board cited the HOA for misrepresentation of environmental data. Under pressure, the association voted to void the guideline, cancel penalties, and force Raymond to step down. The red lines vanished from the map, and my corn grew tall again, tassels waving golden against his empty lot.